Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. We're back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we shall be talking about golf news, otherwise known as the PGA Tour and the Olympics. Now, when it comes to the FedEx Cup playoffs beginning, the FedEx Cup playoffs will be a 3 tournament starting this weekend with the WGC St. Jude Invitational. This TPC St. Jude Invitational that will be taking place at TPC Southwind, which is in Memphis, Tennessee. Now, when it comes to this tournament and the previous champion, last year's champion, the 2020 champion for this tournament was Justin Thomas, finishing at a score or under par of 13 under par. And yeah, so if it's really that much under par, you know the course is not going to be really that difficult. I mean, it's going to be difficult at the same time, but it's really not going to be difficult at the same time. If a course is really tough, the par is going to be at least like -5. If it's not that hard, then it's going to be around what Justin Thomas had last year. Now, in terms of the favorites for the 2021 St. Jude Invitational, there are 5 favorites in my honest opinion, and those 5 favorites will all be competing today as the tournament begins today again at TPC Southwind in Memphis, Tennessee. The first favorite I have is Sergio Garcia. In 2020, he finished tied for 35th at 3 under par. The second favorite I have is Brooks Koepka, who tied for second last year, finishing 10 under and 3 behind the leader, Justin Thomas, who eventually won. The third favorite I have is Rory McIlroy, who finished last year tied for 47th at -1 under par, or 1 under par if you guys just want me to say it the normal way. My fourth favorite is Phil Mickelson, who also tied for second at 10 under par. And then my final favorite is the guy that was hyped up to be the next Tiger Woods, and he's turned out to be kind of a bust, Jordan Spieth, who last year finished tied for 30th at -4. So looking at last year's competitors, the top 5 picks that I have, if I had to say my pick going into the 2021 WGC St. Jude's Invitational at TPC Southwind, I probably have to say my pick to win this tournament is going to be Brooks Koepka. Because the thing is, Brooks Koepka 2020 versus Brooks Koepka 2021 it's kind of been a downhill slope because he's gotten injured. But with Brooks Koepka not really being dealt with injuries right now, he's going to come back. Because Brooks Koepka is one of the best golfers on the PGA Tour. And he won a lot of tournaments last year. So why not come back after having these injuries? You're fully healthy, and you come back and you start the FedEx Cup playoffs and you begin this thing with a win. So I mean, yeah, when it comes to the FedEx Cup playoffs, so beginning again this weekend at TPC Southwind in Memphis, Tennessee. The 5 favorites I have are Sergio Garcia, Brooks Koepka, Phil Mickelson, Rory McIlroy, and Jordan Spieth. And out of those 5 picks, my favorite to win this is going to be Brooks Koepka, who finished tied for second, 3 behind Justin Thomas. Now, I do believe Justin Thomas will not be participating in this one next year, so he's not going to have the opportunity to defend his title when it comes to the 2020 St. Jude's Invitational. But speaking about Rory McIlroy, another tournament that Rory McIlroy was involved in was the Olympics. Now, Rory McIlroy in the Olympics of 2021 or 2020 Olympics that's being taken place in Tokyo actually finished tied for 4th, which means he was 1 spot out on getting on the podium. He was 1 spot out from getting a bronze medal. But the guy that won the 2020 Olympic gold medal for golf was Xander Schauffele. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name because I've looked at his name many times and I don't even know how to pronounce it. Xander Schauffele. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. He won the gold medal, finishing at 18 under par, bringing home the gold medal for USA. And I just want to say this. Was there any doubt that USA was not going to win the gold medal? I mean, when it comes to golf, USA got some of the best golfers, but of course there's a lot of other good golfers out there. But the previous major champion was Phil Mickelson, and Mickelson did not compete in this because obviously he's competing this weekend. But still, USA definitely has some of the best golfers out there, so it's kind of obvious that a USA golfer was going to win. But I gotta give props. He didn't win it easy, because the guy that finished in second finished one shot behind him, and his name was Roy Sabatini. Now you guys hear me say that name again, Roy Sabatini, and you guys think like, wait, he sounds like he's from Italy. No, he's actually from Slovakia. And when I saw that, I was like, this has to be from his parents, because that name sounds. That name does sound Italian with the Sabatini part, but I mean, it could be anything really, to be honest, because it could be a Sabatini, it could be born in the USA, so it's really them. It's really just based off the name and probably based off the parents. And then third place was Panching Singh, who finished on the bronze. Now I don't actually know what country he's actually from, because I couldn't actually find it out when I looked at the results. But he ended up getting the bronze medal, finishing at 15 under, with Roy McIlroy finishing tied for fourth with 4 people, including a Colombian, Sebastian Munoz, who finished fourth also with Roy McIlroy. And that really concluded the men's golf for the Olympics. And I mean, the next big thing that they're going to have to wait for is going to be the final for the FedEx Cup playoffs. And we're going to see at the end of this who wins the FedEx Cup and gets to hold the trophy at the end before we begin a new golf season next season. And speaking of the new golf season next season, let's take a look at the 4 majors that will be taking place next year and which ones they will have in order, because obviously last year's majors and this year's majors was kind of like switched around. I mean, last year's was really weird because they had the Masters taking place in November, when Masters usually take place in April, and Masters usually is the first one tournament, and last year was the last one. This year was the first one, and obviously I really hope next year, when it comes to the Masters, there's a certain person that is able to compete in the Masters next year, and that is Tiger Woods, who was earlier this year involved in a horrible car crash. But from what I know, from what I've seen, he's been completing rehab and he's getting back to being healthy. And I really hope to see him come back, because I want to see Tiger Woods win another major tournament when it comes to next year in the majors. But again, back to the majors. The 2022 Masters tournament will be taking place from April 4th to April 7th, 2022. The second one going on for the majors in golf in the PGA Tour is going to be the PGA Championship, which will be taking place on May 16th to May 19th. So that'll be the second one, so that'll be a month away. Then the next one after that will be taking place in another month, and that will be the US Open, which will be taking place on June 13th to June 16th. And then the final major before they begin the FedEx Cup playoffs in late August to early September is going to be the British Open, otherwise known as the Open Championship. I don't really know why they don't call it the British Open. I guess it's because it doesn't just take place in Britain. It takes place in Scotland and Ireland. So I guess they kind of wanted to do away with that just to make sure like people don't get confused. And I can honestly understand that when it comes to that. But the British Open shall be taking place on July 11th to July 14th. So again, if you guys did not hear me right, the Masters will be taking place on April 4th to April 7th. The PGA Championship will be taking place May 16th to May 19th. The US Open will be taking place June 13th to June 16th. And then the British Open will be taking place July 11th to July 14th. Now, going back through everything I talked about today, I've talked about the WGC St. Jude's Invitational that will be taking place at TPC Southwind. I gave you my prediction. I gave you my favorites. Again, my favorites were Sergio Garcia, Brooks Koepka, Roy McIlroy, Phil Mickelson, and Jordan Spieth. My favorite to win this tournament was Brooks Koepka. And then I talked about the Olympics and the winner, which was Xander Schauffele. I gave you my opinion on the top 3, where they came from. You know, like how USA has some of the best golfers in the world when it comes to this Olympics tournament for golf that ended on August 1st. And Roy McIlroy, a guy that's going to be competing this weekend, ended up finishing tied for 4th with a Colombian named Sebastian Munoz. And then finally, I gave you a preview to the 2022 schedule and talking about each major tournament that'll be taking place next year. But anyway, but that's it for today's video, guys. Please do smash the like button. I hope you guys can share this. I'll be doing I'll be doing a new thing on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram will be down in the description down below. I'm gonna be doing a new way, because what I used to be doing to promote my videos on Instagram, which would be I would just take a screen, like the thumbnail, post on my Instagram, and like say, oh, this video, the name of the video, or clue to the video, and then link in the bio. But this time I'm actually going to take a screenshot of my video and then post on my Instagram, and that's the way I'm going to be doing it for right now. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please smash the like button. I'll be posting more sports content for you guys to see in the coming days. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification so you know my videos go live. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.